The University Tower chimes ring in another session of Ask the Professor, the show on which you match wits with University of Detroit Mercy professors in an unrehearsed session of questions and answers. I'm your host, Matt Mio, and let me introduce to you our panel for today. To my right, it's Heather Hill.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Excellent. It's starting to get a little warm in here, right?
A little.
We're probably going to turn the air on.
Deodorant works wonders.
I'm okay for right now.
That's good. The humidity is so low outside. It's like making up for the last couple weeks, right?
It's good. It's fine.
I can't handle that weather. I am getting to the point where it actually makes me sort of angry and agitated.
What, the humidity?
100% humidity.
Oh, I don't like it either,
90s.
yeah. It's not,
Don't spend August in Wilmington, North Carolina then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The double 90s, we call it.
Oh, God.
But actually, I should ask, how does the husky make it through that kind of weather?
You know...
You bury the dog neck deep in dirt.
Yeah, that's what we do. No, if it gets really, really hot, he'll go down to the basement.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's quite cool down there on the tile floor. So,
wow.
Yeah. He's okay. He'll manage.
We can always take a jacket off, but I think
Yeah,
of that
well, I'm
poor
trying
dog.
to convince the household to buy him a cooling pad because they make such things for dogs. But
Yeah, that'd be good for him.
it has been
Water is cheaper.
waters.
I could use a cooling.
Lots of water.
No.
Oh, this is a price-conscious decision.
Economics.
I'm on,
That,
a,
of course.
I'm on a fixed income.
That you are.
Some of us think, the dog is more spoiled than he should be, but
There's nothing
What?
wrong
The
with
dog
that.
isn't drinking enough of your cognac? Or
That's
smoking
right.
your cigars? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Making the commentary about water, that's Stephen Manning saying water is cheaper. So
A drunk Kenai is
Hello.
kind of scary.
Well,
Well,
actually,
actually, the bigger problem is noise, thunderstorms, and
for the
lightning,
dog.
and
Yes,
fireworks.
Poor
yes,
guy.
yes.
He is
Yeah.
now taken to crawling under the bed, and despite our attempt to soothe him, and then one night
Soothe him,
he couldn't get himself out
Oh, dear Lord.
because the bed is kind of low.
I remember when
He
you
Not
wedged
much
himself
room
in
there, and he couldn't go all the way through, so he had to try to back out.
It was crazy. I was
nuts.
down on the floor for several minutes trying to urge him.
And you can't
out.
call him
I
cum
know.
because cum is, you
Right.
come
Yeah, but-
going
I
forward.
mean, he's
So did you go-
he's an 85-pound dog.
Well, he sort of did
guy.
himself.
So did you
Pick it
just
up.
go in the basement with a saw and just drop him out? I mean,
No, he came out. I got him
He
out.
eventually came out.
Maybe
Yes.
he needs multiple super strong calming
He
chews,
probably does, but
just because of his size.
you can't get him high all the time. So
whiskey.
Well, and there's the weight thing, and I think he's at 3, and we've sometimes given them, we start them at 3 and go up to 2 or 3 more before it's over. So he's getting a double dose of the hemp. But
He's
we read
fine.
about something else that was actually maybe better that we were going to try.
Yeah, Beth recommended
Stronger?
something,
Yeah.
and I haven't done anything.
What kind of
with
doggy
it.
downers do you use?
They're hemp chews.
Hemp
Oh,
chews.
hemp chews.
Hemp
Oh,
chews.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So we literally get him a little high.
Good.
The same,
Husky huffing.
Absolutely nothing
same
wrong
stuff
with
we
that.
take.
Your leftovers.
More people should do it more often.
Continuing around the table.
Professor Jeffe Boats is here. I was just doing non-professor introduction. So Jeffe Boats is here with us.
How's it going?
Comma writer. Yes. I really look forward to reading it. I thought that Burn Card, which is the first one, the
Now
title
it's
hasn't
Blood
cha-
Game.
Oh, it's changed its
I'm
name.
changing its name. Yeah.
I was gonna say I thought Burn Card was pretty good too. But
Well, my one of my agents and a couple of editors got back, and their general consensus was I need to take out a little of the analysis and put more action in.
got it.
So that's those are some of the revisions I'm going to make.
Nice.
Tom Cruise got to make a living somehow. So.
I tried to write a smart action thriller, and it was a little too smart. So
Well,
As long as the action and thriller are there, people will come. Look forward to reading the sequel. Jim Tubbs is here with us today as well.
Hello, hello.
What's going on, Jim?
Well, not a whole
Aside
lot at
from
the
the
moment.
drive.
I'm being still right now. That's good.
You finally stopped moving from the freeway.
Yes, finally. Well, I wasn't not moving a lot on the freeway as it was.
that was the problem.
Your trip is upcoming.
Oh, not
A
until
trip.
January.
I thought you were going in
I
October.
thought you were going in October.
No.
The river
I'm-
cruise trip?
No.
You're not going on that?
No, I'm going to Australia in January.
Oh,
End of January.
That's awesome.
Cool.
So are you going to go down there and flush the toilet and let us know?
Yes, I will be sure to let you know.
A video.
Video, yeah. We need proof.
Oh my gosh.
I just have to stay away from those brown snakes that crouch
yeah.
on the edge of the roof and leap off at you.
Gosh.
And you might think before going into the water to swim.
Yes.
Oh no, they won't be in the ocean. They're
Everything
they're
else is
fresh
just-
water.
But there's something else in the
There's
ocean.
Yes,
other
there are.
things.
There are a lot of
There are.
in
The death
Australia.
torpedoes, right?
Yeah.
So
They-
you're
they
going to
got
take Kendra
poison
Evans
snakes
with
in
you
the
to
water,
fend
too.
off the snakes for you then?
Gosh.
Poor Kendra.
And I
Kendra
don't want you to
lives
get
on.
bitten by a shark.
Yep.
I will try not to.
We're reading a story in the New Yorker on the giant squids, so I'm not going in the ocean anytime soon. I mean,
So
these things
cool.
are
What, the Humboldt?
So
Love
cool.
those.
Giant
enormous.
squid.
And
So
the,
cool.
the main researcher is a guy in New Zealand. Apparently, they're
Well, I'm going to be snorkeling on the Great Barrier Reef, but it's pretty shallow where I'm going to be, so I don't think the great whites and
just
the
to be
giant
sure.
squids would be able to
Giant
get in there.
Well,
Just to
it
be
sounds-
sure, eat a lot of Vegemite so you taste bad.
Sounds
That's
like
right.
sounds like a lot of fun. Jeff.
That's what a lot of people have said to themselves. It's too shallow for the
It's shallow for a great white.
Wasn't there a guy on the news the other day that literally had shark bites all over his face, and he's like, "I want people to see this." I'm like, "Thanks, buddy. Thanks."
I didn't
Oh,
see
I
that.
didn't need to see that.
Dan Maggio, when's your next trip?
I'm actually going to Stratford next week
Oh, I think I actually saw you post that. That's cool.
Cool.
Very, very cool.
in October.
Of course.
Of course.
When the
Lovely.
foliage is at its best.
Yes.
Very, very nice.
What's going to be on stage there?
This time I'm going to see Spamalot again.
The classics.
Love's Labor's Lost.
Ooh.
Frankenstein. Some version of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and then A Wrinkle in Time.
Oh,
Wrinkle in
wow.
Time.
Wrinkle
oh,
in
cool.
Time.
That was one of my
that's
favorite
nice.
books as a kid.
That was my first big kid book.
Oh, that
was
was cool.
seven.
Should be good.
Yep.
Very, very cool.
I read that many, many times.
Yeah, I read it over and over and over again. And A Wind in the Door too.
I read that one too, but not. I didn't like that quite as much because I liked the relationship between Meg and Charles, her
Charles,
little
yeah.
brother. I thought was
Nice.
really Charles Murray
Mur-
or something, right?
Charles. He's got two names.
Yeah.
The last name is Murray of the family, isn't it? Anyway, we're going
Yes.
back down our paths too.
Rabbit hole.
Dave Chow is here with us too.
Pleasure to be here, as always.
What are you working on?
Actually, I'm helping my wife out there putting a Chinatown exhibit at the Detroit Historical Museum.
Nice.
So
Very
I am
timely.
So I am doing all the maps, and they've also been to our house, taken away half of my collection. So
Nice.
all my Chung's menus, all my Chin-Tiki reference, and they're borrowing that for the exhibit. So
But not
You're gonna
your
have a
tiki
little-
stuff.
they're borrowing one mug
You're
unconditionally.
going to say from the
Conditional.
collection.
From my collection.
Collection of DC. That's right.
Mind you,
Charles Wallace.
That's it.
who?
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have Charles Wallace in my collection.
No, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
The name of the baby brother in A Wrinkle in Time.
You know, there was news in the Detroit area this summer about how some of the buildings in Detroit Chinatown basically were just sort of being unilaterally destroyed, and instead of being kept for historic purposes.
Actually, when I first came to Detroit, I actually went to that building several times. So
It's not there anymore, right?
no,
Unfortunately.
but even then,
You
as a
told me about that.
yeah, but even as a kid, it's like no offense. I went there. I remember I got my inoculations before starting school. My uncle saw an opera in there, and I think my parents played mahjong in there, but that was about it. I also took Chinese lessons. Obviously, it didn't do me any good. So.
Didn't take.
No, didn't take.
Take. Oh my
Didn't
gosh.
take.
Beth Oljar is also here with us today. How's it going, Beth?
Okay.
We're glad to have you here. How did week 3 end for you?
Pretty
She's still
well.
vertical.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ended up with 30 in symbolic logic, which makes me happy.
Oh, wow, that's
So
great.
I'm getting to the point of being able to offer that every semester, which
Wow.
is awesome.
That is solid. That is
It's
totally
a class
solid.
without papers. You either did the proof correctly or you didn't.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Folks, this is a program where you could send us questions regarding anything. If you stump the panel, you win a prize. If you don't stump the panel, you win a prize that way too. You can send us the questions in a number of ways. Email us at atp@udmercy.edu. Find us on Facebook and Instagram, or listen on your favorite smart speaker by asking it to play Ask the Professor at University of Detroit Mercy. Dear panelists, in past episodes of your fine show, I remember Professors Maggio and Chow discussing their love of the Neil Simon movie Murder by Death.
Uh-oh. What do we do?
Just recently, I was given a DVD copy of that movie for my birthday, and I couldn't believe how funny it was.
Yes, yes.
As a movie buff, I love how smartly written it was. I couldn't help but come up with a short list of obscure trivia from the movie.
Oh no!
Enjoy
We're in
the
trouble.
following 10 questions. I'll defer to Professor Mio's astute judgment as to what he deems worthy of passing. We're going alternative grading here. You've already
I
passed.
think in the future, when you send out the weekly announcement for the show, you should put, by the way, it might be helpful if you, one, watched this movie.
We couldn't even study up
I
with
haven't
this.
seen it. I haven't seen it in a while.
I know.
It's our good friend Julie Elder from Poughkeepsie, New York. So Julie always
When I
sends us
pull it,
great
when you come
questions.
over, you always end up picking something different.
Well, I learned a lesson.
Yeah, doggone it. All right.
All right, let's see what we can do with these.
No pressure on us, Dan. No
Oh
pressure.
my gosh. I mean,
no.
it does start sort of right out of the gate here. Name all of the invited detectives and their assistants. I think we already did
Okay.
Dick and Dora.
Dick
Dick
and
and Dora.
Dora.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wong and number one.
Sidney
son.
Wang.
Sidney Wang.
Sydney and Willie Wang.
Sidney Willie Wang.
Peter
yeah.
Falk's
There's
character.
Peter Falk's character.
Sam Diamond.
And
I've got
Eileen
Sam
Brennan
Diamond
is his
with
assistant.
assistant.
Oh, from
Eileen
Brennan.
Eileen Brennan.
Her
What
name
was her
apparently
name?
is Tess.
Tess.
Tess
No,
Skeffington.
there's the Hercule Poirot parody.
Oh, the Belgie.
Belgium, yeah.
Belgian.
James Coco. And who was it? James Cromwell was the butler,
James
was
Cromwell, yeah.
it? Was the driver, wasn't it?
Should be. The driver, yeah.
So I have Milo Perrier and Marcel Cassette.
And who was it?
Jessica Marbles
Rose and Agatha
and Miss
Christie.
Withers.
Jessica Marbles.
Jessica Marbles,
Right,
yeah.
Wheelchair.
And that was, who was it? That
Withers.
was played by,
Frisky.
no, who's that who played her? I'm trying to remember. It's like, not like Faye Ray or somebody like that, wasn't it?
Terry Garr?
What,
No.
what does it say here? In some versions of the film, Holmes and Watson arrive late
Yes.
to the party?
They show up, yeah, at the very end.
Really?
Because they,
What?
yeah.
I've never seen a version.
They
Weird.
pull up and they have a discussion with the,
Oh, at the very, very
at
end.
the very, very end, yes.
All right, I'm going to have to watch it tonight.
Awesome. Who is the only actor who starred in this movie and the other whodunit, Clue? I think
Peter
you already
Falk?
mentioned her name.
Oh, Eileen Brennan?
It was Eileen Brennan who played Mrs. Peacock
Oh, okay.
in Clue. Yes.
Clue was not as good as this. So
Very different kind of movie. How many Academy Award nominations did this movie generate?
3?
4.
I'd say 4.
0.
It was 0. Oh. It was 0.
They just didn't get it.
Dirty Pool.
Dirty Pool. What was the trap awaiting Jessica Marbles and her nurse?
Was it a bug bite or a snake bite, wasn't it?
Snake? A
No, it's not what it
spider?
says.
Spider?
What was
no.
it? Poison.
Something
Gas.
Getting closer.
It was
It was
gas
a gas.
released in the room.
Gas.
It was
Gas
a deadly
from the
gas.
fireplace.
Yeah, exactly.
And she, her companion in the wheelchair inhaled it all.
Right.
And held it. And held it, too.
The screaming doorbell was voiced by what famous actress?
That was Faye Ray.
That was Faye Ray from 1933's King Kong.
Drew and I are going to we're planning on watching Ace Ventura tonight, Pet Detective,
I
but
don't
I'm
know.
thinking maybe we should pull Murder by Death and do
We
that.
we could be having at the Oljar drive-in. So I mean,
Oh my gosh.
I do have lots of movies.
Kill a Good Weekend.
yeah.
This was the last theatrical movie for 2 people on the cast. Who were they?
Truman Capote?
Nancy Walker.
Nancy Walker's one of them.
The
Other is initials E.W.
Emmett Walsh? No.
No, who else?
No, the other
Oh,
butler.
no, Alec Guinness.
No, that's Elkin. Never mind.
No, who's E.W.?
It says Estelle Winwood was her name.
Oh my!
Oh, that was
she
the
the maid?
nurse, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
She was the nurse.
This was also the theatrical debut of a relatively famous actor.
James Cromwell.
Yeah, James Cromwell. That's right.
He was a youngin' then.
Yeah,
so.
apparently.
I like him in Babe.
Yeah, he was
Which
great
I
in
think
Babe.
is a
Love
great
that movie.
movie and underrated, yes.
And
That'll
Star
do,
Trek-
Pig. That'll do.
And Star Trek First Contact.
That's right. During the shooting of the movie, Sir Alec Guinness was also working on another role.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's right.
Just
Absolutely.
make sure you don't confuse the two.
That's right. I mean, he wasn't that old at the time. What are the names of the characters portrayed by Alec Guinness and Nancy Walker? Sir Alec Guinness.
Oh,
My name
the
is
Benson
Jeffe.
mum.
I don't speak English.
And Benson mum, the butler.
Benson mum. Yetta and Benson.
It says Jameser, Benson Mum, and Yetta. Does that make sense?
Yes,
That's
Yetta.
what it
My
says
name is
here.
Yetta. I don't speak English. But she can't speak, so she just gives them
The note.
a note that
I
says, my
see.
name is Yetta.
What a perfect
Oh,
pronunciation.
very funny.
Lionel Twain.
Who was originally supposed to play the role of Dora Charleston, but turned it down because she did not want to be pinched by David Niven?
Maggie Smith.
No,
That's
she
not
played-
what it says.
Oh, it is Maggie Smith.
It is Maggie Smith.
Oh,
It's not what it
Who
says.
else was contemporary of Maggie Smith at the time?
Who originally
Judi
played
Dench?
Nora Charles in the Thin Man movies?
What was her name?
Myrna Loy.
Myrna Loy.
Loy,
Yeah,
thank
Myrna
you.
Loy. That's pretty wild, huh?
So they wanted Myrna Loy, who played
They
Nora
wanted
Charles, to play Dora.
Dora Charleston. Yes, exactly. Oh, my word.
She didn't want to because
Oh,
she
that
was
was
worried
good.
about getting pinched, or at least that's what she said.
You, Jim, have to see the version of Death on the Nile with Peter Ustinov as Poirot because Diana Rigg is hysterical
Oh, I will have to see that.
with Maggie Smith.
And the new Poirot with Kenneth Branagh coming out.
I
in
can't
theaters.
wait. If somebody else wants to see A Haunting in Venice,
Yeah.
I'm there.
I might go with you for that one because it's based on Halloween Party. The original book is called Halloween
Yep.
Party. Okay, we're going to continue with Julie here because she's done a really, really good job.
Again.
Sending us some more questions. So, dear
Julie, you
panelists.
rock.
Yep. In years past, I've supplied questions with movie or theme approach, and I'm going to try it once again. It's for one of my favorite actresses of all time, the one, the only, Terry Garr.
Oh,
She's been one of my
heartthrob.
favorites since her role in Young Frankenstein. We have a dozen questions for you to solve. All right, thanks,
Saucy.
Julie, for sending me.
So saucy.
Roll,
These are awesome.
roll in the hay.
Terry Garr was an uncredited dancer in these 4 Elvis movies.
Viva
What
Las
were they?
Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas is one of them.
Jailhouse Rock,
Nope.
Love Me Tender.
Blue White.
Girl Trouble?
No.
Blue Hawaii?
No. This is actually pretty funny.
Oh,
There's only one of
Beach
these.
Party or something?
I mean, that's pretty much all of them, but there's no one called Beach Party.
Oh, it was pretty much all of them.
Viva Las Vegas.
Well, he had a Western or two
I'm
where he was
surprised.
trying to be more of a serious actor.
So one of them is fun in
The
a
Sun.
very hot, vacation
Vegas?
spot.
Scottsdale.
Acapulco?
Acapulco, fun in Acapulco.
Diamanica's
There we
Kitchen.
go. What do we call it when you get a little bit too close to a directly blood-related family member?
Incest?
Say,
Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Kissing Cousins is what I'm going for.
Fun in Arkansas.
And I believe, honestly, the one that you're thinking of is Clambake, which is
Oh,
the
yeah.
fourth, which was a beach party, for the movie. For the record, she was a college student in Elvis's Roustabout and had a no speaking role in Girl Happy, so she was in 6 Elvis movies.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Interesting.
How many episodes of Celebrity Jeopardy has Terry Garr appeared in?
3.
We're covering all the bases here. It's not 3 or 4.
8.
It is 2. She's been on twice.
Overshot.
93
My bad.
and 98. What was the name of Terry Garr's character in Young Frankenstein?
Elsa. No.
That's not what it says. I'm sort of surprised you immediately
I know,
went there.
I know.
When I brought it up, and then
I mean, obviously, I remember her
Inga.
line.
Inga.
That's
I just remember Gene Wilder helping her off the wagon. That's
I knew that someone was going to bring it up.
Our theater program did a great version of Young Frankenstein a few years ago. It was very good. It was great.
Marty Feldman was so
Proud looker.
what home?
Cloris Leachman, that's right.
Terry Garr played Sandy Lester in this Dustin Hoffman
Tootsie.
vehicle. Yes,
Tootsie.
that was Tootsie.
Good movie.
Terry Garr provided the voice for this animated character's mother.
Batman.
Who was the character?
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I'm giving it to you. It was Batman Beyond, so it was like indirectly.
Terry
Terry
McGinnis.
McGinnis was his name, and she was Mary McGinnis, his mother. That's
Love
right.
that show.
Oh, that was a great show. Just as good as Batman the Animated
Did you ever
Series.
hear was it they were trying to cast Clint Eastwood as Bruce Wayne?
Oh my gosh, that's kind of
Old
weird.
crusty Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
No, for Batman Beyond it would have worked.
Between 1980 and 1985, how many episodes of Saturday Night Live did Terry Garr host?
Between 80 and 85.
3.
4 is correct. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. With the outer years of 1980 and 1985, so apparently it was almost yearly. Okay. Terry Garr was also a panelist on this TV game show 27 times.
Ooh.
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares.
Ooh,
This is bananas, what I'm about to say to you.
Oh.
She was on twice in 1975 and 25 times in 2001 and 2002.
Wow.
That's just a big gap, isn't it? Seems kind of
Quite a
odd.
career.
Yes, it is.
Tic-tac-toe theory had advanced quite a bit by then.
Peter Marshall had passed.
That's awesome. What dance show did Terry Garr appear in the mid-60s?
Jim?
5
You know.
episodes.
Bandstand?
No.
Wait, well,
Shindig.
Shindig is correct. Jim with the win.
I
Wow.
was kidding.
5 episodes of Shindig.
Jim knows all the dance shows from the day.
Shindig and Hullabaloo were the two that came on in the
Well, we knew, it
60s.
wasn't the scene, so.
Jim
We
said
know
it
that-
correctly, too. Shindig with an exclamation point.
Yes.
We know that Jim actually partakes of the shag contest.
Not in Britain.
in South Carolina.
Not in Britain.
No, the dance contest.
No, it was national. It was national.
I've never heard of it.
Shindig, really.
Well, I'm so young.
It was like
we're a later generation. I grew up on Soul Train and Star
It was
Trek
like
every
Dick
Saturday.
Dance
Clark's
Fever with Denny
on
Terry.
the show. They would have
I grew up with
guests.
Solid Gold. So
I mean, Herman's Hermits were on there, and
Solid Gold dancing.
all the
it was
current
around right
singers
before
and
the
the
Muppet
kids
Show,
would dance.
so that's,
Yep,
that's
I
what you had to
remember.
survive.
Start the music.
And of course, the new dance show. Like I can't let a Detroit reference go by without new dance show was on Channel 38 when I was a student at Detroit Mercy, and it literally was just a camera being turned on and a bunch of people in a room dancing. Look up the clips on YouTube.
What is it again? I'm
The
sorry.
new dance show. That's
Which
what
was
it was
the
called.
incarnation from the scene.
Right.
The
right.
new dance show.
That was what it was
Matt,
called.
You're going to laugh. I interned at Channel 62.
Don't even.
Back in the
Don't-
day.
Wait. 60. I thought it was 38. but it was
62.
62. Okay.
WGPR on Jefferson.
There were a bunch of my classmates who made it on the show and danced
Yes.
for like a half hour straight. Yeah. Terry Garr played Helen Swanson in this comedy. What was the movie?
Swanson.
Helen
Oh,
Swanson.
Mr. Mom?
No, it wasn't. What's the Billy Crystal
Duplicate.
cattle rustling one?
City Slickers.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
that's
does
not
it
what it
no?
says here.
No? Okay.
Is it
What was the
multiplicity
name
or
again?
something? Or?
No, that's actually a pretty good guess. It's like in that wheelhouse.
Can we get a co-star? Maybe that.
I mean, I could give it away by telling you that none other than James Carey and Jeff Daniels were in it.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
I
is
haven't
the
actually
movie.
seen
Yep.
that movie.
You guys were all kind of dancing around it.
Get it? Dancing.
For what film was Terry Garr nominated for an Academy Award? Best Supporting Actress.
Not Tootsie.
Tootsie, yeah,
Yes.
that's what it says here.
That makes sense.
Yes, Tootsie.
Looks like she did not win, but there's nothing wrong with that. What late night talk show had Terry Garr taking unscripted showers live on camera? What?
David Letterman.
It was Letterman. I'd never heard that before.
Who else would?
Have the audacity to do that with a
Yeah.
live?
Like on stage? They set
I don't
up a
even know how to
shower?
describe that. I mean, I love Letterman, but like that seems a little risque for even him, you know? Oh, how on my YouTube stream the other day it came up when he used to take the headset at the drive-thrus and talk to the people. I'm sorry, I laughed so hard I thought I was gonna die. Sorry, we're a little bit behind. The shake machine went nuts and killed somebody today.
Oh, Jesus.
They had the camera on the guy driving through, like what? Oh my God. I love
I
it.
swear I wouldn't be surprised to hear that. as I
I'm
saw
sorry. I'm sorry.
the shake
Oh my
machine.
I'gosh.
It's like the Mangler, right? Like those
Right.
big industrial washing
Right.
machines.
Oh my gosh. One more, professors. This has been awesome. I mean, we've never, as far as I can remember a Terry Garr set of questions. What movie was Terry Garr's first speaking role? We're going to have to go pretty far back to grab this one. Elvis-ish era is what I would
Post
say.
Shindig.
No, pre-Shindig.
Pre-Shindig.
Elvis,
Oh,
Elvis-ish.
Oh my God.
Wasn't she also on Star Trek, Dan?
That's not what
She
it's...
was on Star Trek.
She was.
With Gary Seven.
She was, the secretary to the
Yeah, to Gary Seven.
I don't know what.
Yeah, the Traveler.
Yeah.
The Traveler, the Watcher. Well,
Right.
it's a carryover to the Watcher from Picard.
Right. That's right.
No.
Was that it?
No, that's not it though. That's not. I mean, that's not a movie. So yeah.
My bad.
In what movie
That's
did
not a
Terry
movie.
Garr have her first speaking role? It's another sort of classic '60s era band movie. That's the best way I can do it.
Band
And it was not the
movie.
Beatles.
So much for help.
Beach
Those are really
blanket
the only ones that
bingo.
count.
Was it like the monkey's head or something?
Monkeys.
Head.
Oh, wow.
She was in the Monkeys movie.
Oh, she in the beginning, like when he's getting shot by an arrow, the guy or something.
It doesn't say, but
that
that
her?
rings a bell because
Yeah.
my mom
Yeah, because
forced me
it
to
was
watch a
always
lot
like
of
the
Monkeys.
Beatles or the Monkeys. Weren't they the only ones that kind of like put out?
Oh my
The
The
god!
Monkeys were a great band. I'm sorry, they actually have some really good.
There's some really good
They
songs.
did.
Did you hear
Best
what-
of
And
them
Davy
are right
Jones
now.
had a good voice.
No, but did you hear
Absolutely.
Mickey Dolenz just released a new single?
Really?
Yes,
It's a cover.
because, REM.
Yep.
REM
way.
were huge fans of the Monkeys, and he's doing all REM, I think.
Wow.
Shiny Happy People.
That was the one I heard about. I didn't know he was doing a lot of REM.
I thought he was doing a lot of them.
Michael-
I saw the video. I mean,
only
Michael
Good.
Naismith wrote that Stone Pony song that Linda Ronstadt did. Different Drum.
Yeah, that
Which
was
is
a great song. That was her favorite.
yeah, but Mickey Dolenz had a voice. I sometimes, I was.
Okay, so did Davy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But
And he was super
Not so
cute.
much Peter.
Oh, now who were
No,
the
Peter Tork,
who
yeah.
were the real musicians when they first started? Because was it Mickey and Peter
Wasn't
the
the
ones
Funk
like
Brothers, right?
Well, no, the tall fella in the hat.
Mike
His dad invented
Mike
Nesmith. Yeah, he was actually quite a good guitarist.
Yeah, and wasn't
They
Peter
didn't. They were good, but they weren't so good. The studio wouldn't let them play their own instruments for a couple albums.
Yeah.
They could have, but they just wouldn't let them.
Oh, jeez.
Because wasn't Mickey Dolenz like a better guitarist than drummer? Can't remember. But it was some weird combination of like, no, you look better back there or something like that.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it was more about making the show, right, than it was
Yeah.
the music. But then things can turn around. Things can turn around. We have a couple minutes left, professors, and another imponderable is coming your way.
Oh,
The
boy.
Burroughs family wants to know what your favorite coffee table book is.
Coffee
It's
table.
pretty specific if you think about it. Yeah.
We got lots of coffee table.
I'll bring up the joke from Seinfeld where Kramer invented the coffee table book that turned into a coffee table.
Coffee table
Had
book
the
about
legs,
coffee
legs
table.
that came out.
That's very
Still
meta.
pretty funny.
Mine is Edward Hopper's the latest New York.
That would be a good one.
Edward Hopper in New York.
And
show
anything
that
by
was at,
Tashin, pretty much. The publisher.
And you've got a favorite one now.
Great
I do.
artist.
Oh yes. Yes.
Yes.
There was a special about elephants on PBS,
National
Geographic.
Nat Geo,
and went
okay.
through all the 4 different types of elephants that are in the world, which I didn't know that there were that many, and I always loved elephants. And somebody for my birthday got me the matching book.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
I love it.
The elephant book.
Well, I have a beautiful big color picture book of North Atlantic liners.
I bet you
What a
do.
shock.
course you
What a
do.
shock.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome actually.
Now you got me
to
thinking,
thumb
Jim.
through. Something to thumb through. You know?
See, I've got all those
Sorry, I was
tiki
looking up the new
auction
dance
books,
show.
those catalogs I still go through.
Sure. Oh no, 100%.
Great inspiration.
Catalogs of what?
Tiki.
Oh, tiki.
Yeah, they're tiki auctions.
Oh,
I tried to bid on about 7 of those auctions. I didn't stand a chance, but but they're still great eye candy.
how many fake palm trees have you collected?
Not enough.
There
enough.
should be coffee table books for the marvelous Mrs. Maisel. That's
That
what Drew
sounds like a
contends.
no-brainer,
the,
right?
because of the color. But my folks had one growing up with photographs of the Oregon coast that seems to stick with me.
That's kind of cool.
That's nice.
I don't know, do people have coffee table books anymore?
Yes.
I think
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
All right. Keep the publishers going.
Yeah.
If you run out of coasters, you've got to have something to put your drink on.
It says here there's a coffee table book about the new dance show.
No way.
Way.
Because I was going to think that
OMG?
I finally purchased and polished off the oral history of Orbit magazine this
dear
summer.
Lord.
I just never talked to you about that.
Okay.
But it's
Rob
it's
St.
big
Mary?
enough that it could be a coffee table book, you know.
That was
What
a good
about
book,
you,
yeah.
Dan?
I don't have a coffee table.
No, but you
You
have
can
a
still
book.
have a coffee
Something
table
like
book.
Dave's book right here, Detroit's historic.
That's a coffee table book.
This would be a good something you could just flip through.
Good eye candy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And for a while, I had that on my coffee table, along with another coffee table book, Pictures from the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Oh,
They're both
nice.
good ones.
The coffee table book for Deadwood for the series is amazing.
Okay.
Oh, you have a good coffee table book. Drew does. It's the Star Wars.
Oh, the collection?
Yeah.
No, he's got a picture. Is it Star Wars?
Sure.
Yes.
The Art of Star
Like
Wars?
the
Yeah, Star
visual
Wars.
or something.
He has
Nice.
several of those, yes.
He has
And now
lots.
both of the Alex Toth
Toth books,
books,
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
which
Yeah.
are
So,
big.
so that's a good.
I don't think we heard from Jeff.
Oh,
Still thinking?
I don't have a.
He doesn't believe in books.
Jeff,
No
just-
books, no
just say-
coffee, no
Oh,
table.
He
You're
just
not into
writes
books?
them.
Just say one of my own.
Yeah, your own novel.
There you go.
My own, yes.
Nobody visits me. I don't have stuff sitting out.
How about an Ask the Professor coffee table book?
Well, we gotta get to work on
Well,
that.
no, we got to publish the books.
There
We're
are
gonna
obscenity laws against that.
no. Aren't we going to open up the gift shop?
Oh my god.
The ATP gift shop? Where we sell the Jim Tubbs bathwater?
The end of the episode
Keychains.
probably could not come faster. So I'm so sorry that the time has come to say goodbye, Beth,
Goodbye.
Dave,
See ya.
Dan,
Goodbye.
Jim,
Goodbye.
Jeff,
Reading make my English speaking good.
Stephen,
Goodbye.
and Heather.
Bye-bye.
And now these words from University of Detroit Mercy. Ask the Professor is transcribed at the facilities of the Briggs Building in the Department of Communication Studies in the College of Liberal Arts and Education at University of Detroit Mercy's McNichols campus. Ask the Professor is produced and technically directed by Michael Jason and Brian Masonville, and our executive producer is Professor Jason Roach. Until next week, I'm your host, Matt Mio.